All right, welcome in for another edition of Watching. Tonight we're going to watch Shane Bieber make his return to the big leagues after he's been hurt for quite a while. It's going to come with the Blue Jays, so the first time we ever see Shane Bieber not pitching for the Guardians. Um, Give a quick background on this dude because it's been a while since we've seen him. Shane Bieber, now 30 years old. Career 17.7 WAR, 3.22 career ERA, 62 wins. Career 1.115 whips. So this guy's been very, very good. He's got 10.2 strikeouts per nine, only 2 walks per nine, 8 hits per nine. He's renowned for his command and control. That's the main style of pitcher that Shane Bieber has been. He did win the Cy Young in the shortened 2020 season with a 1.63 ERA. Went 8-1 that year, 3.2 WAR, 12 starts, obviously 60-game season. But he's been really good other than that. And the last time we saw him was the first 2 starts of last season with Cleveland. Actually had basically as good starts as you could have. He threw 12 innings, 10 hits, 1 walk, 20 punchouts for a 0.08 FIP. Just an absurd 0.08 FIP. And from what I've read and from what I've watched, he's talked on a few pods. He pitched the last game with a completely torn elbow the whole time and shoved anyway. I think it was in Seattle. So that's pretty cool. Let's hop over to Shane Bieber. When we last saw him, this is 2024. So this is just the 2 games before he got hurt. You see the movement profile and the pitches. 42% four seam, 25% slider, 13% change, 11% curve, 10% cutter. And one thing that he's known for is his execution, especially below the zone in the chase areas. He has pretty much been just an absolute master of that. Now, where? We got to go back a little bit here, okay? Let's go back to the Cy Young award-winning year because this is going to show what I'm talking about. Four seam, kind of all over the plate. Definitely tends to go for the corner on the glove side, which is this right side where the red is there. Knuckle curve, though. Look at the location on the knuckle curve. Bottom of the zone or below. That's where he wants it. It's a chase pitch. And then the same with the slider. Just off the corner. So this is a pitch that starts as a strike, looks like a ball. Cutter, again, away on the corner. And change up, all either strike down or down below the zone. So that's what we're going to look out for today. It's not so much velocity. He does, at times has thrown pretty hard in his career, but he's also mostly been not a very hard thrower. When we last saw him, he was averaging 92 on his fastball in 2024. 2023 was only 91.3, 2022 91.3, 2021 92.7, 2020 when he won the Cy 94.1, and then he was 93.1 and 93 in 19 and 18. So we're not really going to care too much about velocity. It's all going to be about watching his execution and how he kind of does his thing out here. He's a master of game planning, a master of command and precision. So that's Shane Bieber, 42-degree arm angle, nothing crazy there. And the game's going on right now. So we're just going to hit it really fast and see what we like, see what we don't like, and welcome Shane Bieber back to the big leagues. Big time pitcher here, former Cy Young Award winner. All right, let's get into it. Toronto and Miami. Miami Marlins and Toronto Blue Jays. Shane Bieber. All right, let's watch the first.
First start of the year for Shane Bieber.
Ah, it's going with the mustache. That seems to be a very common theme these days. All right, so the first heater of the day. Extreme vertical break, a 20-inch vertical break. So that's elite and 92.7. So velocity actually looks better than honestly what I expected on the first pitch fastball.
That's over 500 days.
Another heater down, very nice. With extreme level of vert, you're going to be able to get a lot of takes at the bottom of the zone. Here's our first look at the changeup. Kind of started it too low, but let's see the metric. That's very good, negative 1.6. So you got a 20-inch vertical, and that's about a 20-inch drop, 21 inches of separation between the changeup vertical movement and the four-seam vertical movement. That's massive. And with his command, he's going to be able to throw fastballs low. He's going to get you to swing at a lot of awfully bad changeups. But that one came out a little bit too low, and it kind of dove a little early for Edwards to have any trouble taking it. So we go to this next pitch.
A Cy Young pitcher, which he
Knuckle
is.
curve. Perfect location. Now, remember the heat map. Everything on the knuckle curve was down here. that's where he lands this ball. It's a strike for a while. By the time you try to hold up, it's too late. So first batter, beautiful execution as he begins this game. All right, Jacob
Because he
Marcy.
threw quite a few innings and had a number of rehab starts.
Paint. Dotted. Nice pitch.
ERA was under 2.
Already looking comfortable. Looking like he's going backdoor cutter. Also paint. That's a nice pitch. So first pitch fastball away, paint. Second pitch backdoor cutter, paint. And it's a very verty cutter, 12.9 inches of vert. That's more than I got on my four seam most of the time. That's probably not true, but it's similar. And then look how it just kind of hangs in there and sticks it. Nice catch by Kirk back there. And he gets to 0-2. This is a nice pitch. So paints the first two pitches. He's going to go for that curveball again. All right, didn't sell it quite right. I think it came out a little too low into the pull side, but it's a good miss. Can't get hurt with that miss.
62 and 32.
Four seam away, goes for the freeze, misses arm side. Here's the first look at the slider.
2-2 pitch.
Actually, this ball's hammered.
Right field, hammered by Marcy, but foul.
And it ends up in the danger zone. But first look at the slider, way out in front. Gonna go cutter off that. Probably cutter up in. I don't know, up back door. And a lot of people will go to up back door cutter. There's a lot of blue up there on the scouting reports, always in the heat maps. But Marcy offers at that and is able to tap it foul. Big separation between the cutter and the slider shape. Cutter's got 12 vert at 89, and the slider is down here at 86.7 and only got 3 vert. So the slider and the cutter are, similar speed. Cutter's a little faster, but way more lift. So these are two distinct pitches, and most people do not have a distinct gyro slider and a cutter. That's very rare. So kudos to Shane for having that in his arsenal. It's very interesting as this ball's whacked foul. So I just wanted to point that out, especially after I watched this cutter backdoor. All right, anyway, we get back to it. Change up for the second strikeout. Perfect execution. He already threw some fastballs down. This ball drops off the table. Sells it really nice. Look at this. So 2 batters in, he's looking special. I'll tell you what, special. Like, going to be a huge factor in this pennant race. That's negative 3.2 vertical break as well, so that's elite. So he's showing elite rise, elite drop, 2 variations on shorter breaking balls, and elite command through 2 batters. I don't want to get too excited, but I'm expecting this to be a good outing based on what I've seen so far. All right, third batter. Agustin Ramirez. This guy rakes. All right, first pitch there as he pulls the slider off the plate. Doubles up and paints it, so makes the 1-pitch adjustment. Very good to see. Coming fastball up in. This isn't like that bad of a miss, despite the fact that he hits him. This is more of like a dive situation, half swing, and then it hits your arm. I don't get this with hitters. Like you get all pissy because you got hit by the pitch when you kind of went into it. Here, let's watch this replay. We got a pretty cool replay here.
Well, he tries to run that.
I mean, you turned into it like you were going to swing at this pitch that's up and in at you. And I know it stung. I know it hurt like a son of a bitch, but I don't know. I just act all pissy about it.
I can certainly understand.
Oh, I guess at first they called it a foul ball. Yeah, no, that was a direct contact. All right, they review it. They send the first. All right, let's move on. Whatever. Drama. All right, Liam Hicks, another lefty. So 3 of the first 4 batters lefties. First pitch heater away, gets the fly out. Good sign for him. 3 out of the first 4 first pitch strikes, establishing the fastball early, showing all the arsenal. Curveball's been down, changeup was down. Even though he hit by pitch, I'd say he only had 2 really, really big misses. All right, second inning. Fastball's got extreme levels of carry on it. I'm going to have to check after this outing to see if that's normal or if he somehow got better through surgery. Good pitch. Righty knuckle curve. I don't think he throws a ton of them right on right. But this is a good pitch and honestly a pretty good take. It's a strike for a long time. He's going to double up on it. It's a pretty hard. Yeah, 96.5, but it's a rollover. You know, again, one pitch adjustment. Every time he's doubled up off of poor execution, he's fixed it on the next at bat. And that's a nice curve too. We didn't talk much about the shape of the curveball, but it's very, very good. Not crazy spin rate, but good shape. Negative 14.6 is a lot of drop. All right, Troy Johnston, my friend from Dominican Winter League this year. Happy to see him in the big leagues. All right, first pitch, backdoor cutter attempt, just misses. He's going to light him up with a curveball here. Misses, so 2 arm side misses in a row. See where he goes with this heater. Down middle, that would have probably been the pitch to swing at.
There's some curling.
Going to come back with another heater, this time up though. Yeah, Troy can't get to that. After he sees those other pitches, he's not going to be able to hit that up in. This was a good pitch call by the Jays here. They haven't done much of this yet, so that's very effective and good execution. And let's see where he goes for the strikeout. Wow, really good changeup again. So he's got 2 punchies on changeups in the early going here. Again, he sells this one really well. I mean, it comes out at the bottom rail. He already threw a strike somewhat down there earlier with that other fastball. And this ball drops off the table. So he's looking sharp, man. Looking real sharp. So he's going to get clipped here. Let's see what happens. Never seen this guy hit. And also, what was that swing? But we'll take it. 0-1. Jeez, what a bad swing. Knuckle curve ball.
Bieber struck them both out with changeups.
So curveball, curveball, slider. Good execution on that slider. He's going to try to repeat that. He does, but just caps it. He's got him right where he wants him in this at-bat, honestly. That's a good elevation. That was I'm going to try to paint you away, up away, and if I miss high, and you'll probably swing through it. Somehow he gets on that. That's got 19 vert on it, too. That's an impressive foul ball. All right, another slider attempt. Another really good execution. So this is actually a great battle by the hitter. Great battle.
62 and 32.
Right on right changeup. He's earned himself the right on right changeup. Great take. Good execution on that too. I would always say that like right on right changeup's not part of your main plan a lot of times, but like a guy can earn it. Like he can foul off enough pitches where you're like, all right, let's see if this works. But Javier Sanoa with a sick changeup right here. Great take. All right, 2-2. I think the changeup had him fooled this time, but it kind of just sailed in just a bit. All right, we get the 3-2. This is a great at-bat. Decent slider away, not great. And then he's going to get him on a fastball? See where this ends up. Yeah, just kind of medium height. I think if he gets it up higher, it's a fly out. Gets it down lower, it might be a take. 100 at 29. Honestly, though, you got to give credit to the hitter. Great at bat. If you're the pitcher, you tip your cap. You already have the lead. You got beat that time, you know, flat out. This is just a great at bat and a really good swing on pitch number 10 of the at bat. That's why he fouled off all those pitches and he grinded so he could get that pitch and do damage to it. So huge credit to Sanoa. All right, Derek Hill. Let's see how he responds to that with a perfect pitch. Command's looking outstanding. Command's looking Shane Bieber-ish. Perfect slider, foul ball, 0-2. Throw even better slider. Right below it. Actually, first bad 2-strike pitch he's thrown in a while. But no big deal. Fly ball to center. Hit the crap out of that. 106, and you get nothing for it? Wow. All right, third inning.
I got a question about Ryan Gusto. What did you and the organization...
Slight pull there.
We've been working and tinkering some to get that back, so we felt like it was a deep mix with a good
small miss there.
Maximo Acosta is up. He was a late scratch, or actually addition to the lineup.
2-0 dot. 3 pitches away.
Otto just wasn't feeling well.
Another dot.
He tried to give it
4 pitches away. Got to go slider off that, right? Overcooks it a little bit. 3-2. Go in here. Stays away again. I mean, down and away.
From up there, so
it's amazing that we stopped teaching this. I'm not saying it's everything. Like it used to be an old school thing, just down and away, down and away, down and away. But down and away still works. I mean, what are you gonna do with this pitch?
Like you said, he's got ties being
not much.
From up there, so
You're out. All right. First out of the third. Second time through the order, Xavier
Very
Edwards.
fond memories of my time in the different affiliates I spent time in, and those
Oof.
staff and players.
Awfully good backdoor cutter
was
up away,
around in
just
those
high.
Yeah, you're thinking back, that seems like
Looks like they're going to
long
try it
time
again.
ago, but it was, it was
This
a
one's a
place
little
where
lower,
things
gets the
kinda clicked.
rollover.
You know, I've never
Probably good
really
scouting there
asked
because
you
Edwards
this,
should have
but
shot this ball the other way, but instead he kind of tries to do too
Seems
much
like
here
a
and pulls
long
off of
time
it.
ago, but it was, it was a place
It's pretty
where
easy
things
out,
kinda
so.
got going.
Backdoor cutter can play. Nice pitching. Nice pitching. And Jacob Marcy.
For
Oh,
working
first
with the
pitch
Jays
out.
that summer,
Thank
and
you,
after
sir.
I spent a summer in professional baseball with them, I knew that
Jams
professional
himself on a
games
knuckle
were
curve.
Jimenez.
Jimenez, wow, nice
With
play.
slick hands, thanks.
All right. Nice, easy third inning, fourth inning. Augustin
Well,
Ramirez
by
again.
Goya. Get your tickets, marlins.com/tickets.
First pitch, chase slider, and gets it on the 0-0 count. Okay. Probably double up on that, see if the hitter's still there.
Now in a 5-game span, tying a club record.
That was an even
Previously
better
held
one. I
by-
mean, you can't throw a better pitch than this. It's touching. I think Kirk does a good job framing it, but it's so close. Umpire call doesn't give it to him. That's all
was a
right.
magnet for the baseball. Another guy with a big
Knuckle
arms
curve,
as
good
well.
take, good take.
Double D.
I like that choice. When's he gonna go in? He never seems to go in on these righties until he really has to.
2-1 count missing.
Either way, 3-1. Let's see what he goes here. 3-1 slider. He's had great command of this pitch, so why not?
3-1.
Another really good one down and away. 3-2.
compared to when he's behind
Double
the
up
plate.
again. Even better one. Another
the
perfect
same
pitch.
amount
Are
of
you seeing how
games,
many perfect pitches he's throwing? It's not normal.
But we've seen his struggles.
It's
behind the plate,
exceptional.
and I think at times that might carry over.
Oh,
And he takes a
Oh!
four-seam fast.
this is a ridiculous pitch, fellas.
We've
Look
seen
at
his
this.
struggles
This is
behind the plate, and I think at times that might carry over.
And he takes a four-seam
20.3 inches of vert. So not only does the hitter think this ball is going to be low, but he thinks it might be outside, and it just sneaks back like a
Seen his
freaking
struggles
laser
behind
to the
plate,
down
I
and away
think at
spot.
times that might carry over.
And he takes a four-seam fastball. That
Nothing you
was
could do if you're a hitter. You just got dotted. That was sick.
one.
All right, Liam Hicks.
Boy, Bieber
So
just
the Bieber command has shown up in this first game. First pitch, backdoor, up and away cutter. Great pitch. Big fan of that pitch. Curveball off that same tunnel. Starts a little too low.
I
1-1.
see a little Aaron Nola
Gonna go back to the
in
back
him as
door.
well.
They do. Hits it again. Nails it again. Curveball again off that.
A lot of time on the
This
IL.
time slider.
Struggled in
He's just got such an array of breaking pitches between the cutter, the slider, and the curveball. They're all distinct. They're all different. I think especially the cutter and the slider are going to be really hard to tell apart. And he's getting crazy chase in this game. All right. Looks like he's going to punch the side in the fourth. Fourth inning. Bieber gets cooking here. All right. Heater up.
Percentile, about 3 or 4 inches more than the average pitcher.
forward in the short
Dotted.
season 2020. But you saw the numbers.
Change up down, but again, look at where this ball starts. Like it's going right for that corner. Like this is a good take because it almost breaks too much. Maybe a hair too early, but look at the tunnel that he goes right to. It's a nasty pitch. So even the pitches that don't work are super executed.
That year.
Now he goes cutter, right on right cutter. Like it's a lot of slider, but he also has cutter, and like I told you, it has distinct shape. This ball just zips a little bit away at the last minute, caps it. All right, slider off that. Good choice. Starts it a bit too far outside. Probably fastball now. He's going to fix it, I bet. Yeah, he fixes it. He's so good at that. You see the one-pitch adjustments? So here's the fifth pitch of this at-bat. He pulls this slider just a bit. And like at release point, we're talking like a millimeter, 2 millimeters there. So he just overcooks this ball ever so slightly. He says, you know what? Let's throw it again.
Played well there.
And he fixes it. Perfect pitch. One-pitch adjustments are a huge separator in the big leagues. Like a lot of people have nasty stuff, can make great pitches. But can you adjust pitch to pitch and fix things on the fly? And like use your bad pitch to inform your next pitch, which is going to be a good pitch. That's an elite thing to do, and that's what the best do. And Shane Bieber, I'm getting fired up. I'm starting to think that the Blue Jays are in a great spot between Bieber, Bassett, Lauer, Gosman, Varland, Scherzer. They got some dudes now on the mound. All right, fifth inning, Troy Johnston. Up and away cutter probably.
With Alex Gonzalez. One of the great
Misses
double
it down.
play.
Okay. Change up off that, though. Use the down miss. Perfect. All right, here's another lesson for you at home. So he wants to throw this first pitch cutter up away. See, there's the up and away target. And he ends up messing it up, right? Like he just pulls it down a little bit. This is also part of my problem with the target moving. Like the target's up there and then Kirk just drops it down to here. So Bieber's eyes are following the mitt. Now he's looking down. And he ends up making a pretty easy take, a pretty bad miss. But this ball started down, right? So he's like, all right, let's start something else down. See if we can get action. So he starts the changeup down now. And you know what? It's beautiful execution because it starts a little bit above where that slider came down. I mean, where that cutter came down. And it forces the batter to take it seriously, and he goes and hacks at it. By the time he swings at it, it's below the zone. So 1-1, great pitch again. Now he's going to go four seam. Probably the first really hittable pitch he's thrown all night. 92-1, Dick Middle. But Troy just misses this. 102.6 at 31, 399 feet for a 400-foot fence. I think the issue here is he probably wanted to dot down and away based on the target. Like he was probably looking to go here. I actually think he could have been pretty safe at the top rail with this four seam based on the last two pitches. But what happens is he pulls it this way. And when you pull it a little bit, the metric came down just a touch, but also it's kind of in the wheelhouse. And he got very lucky that he has good ride on his heater because, I mean, this is just missing it. When you foul it straight back, you barely hit it. When you do that, you just missed it. That's how I feel. All right, so fly ball to center, one out. And now Javier Sanoja. Sorry. This is the guy who hit the homer and had the unbelievable at-bat the first time. Peter Way, easy take. This hitter's feeling himself. Easy take again. Probably a huge hack here. He's taking all the way. So 3 heaters. Now he's going to go cutter off that. That's nice. You know, you throw 3 pitches with the same shape. You throw another pitch that looks like it, deviates just a little bit, and you get the rollover. Easy ground out. So 2 outs in the 5th, and now Derek Hill. Going to start him with a slider. Pulls it a little bit. Fixes it on the next pitch. Another example of the one-pitch adjustment. That's the theme of this so far. I mean, the command, but the theme is the one-pitch adjustment. All right, now he doesn't get a call that he deserved. This is a good pitch. So it should be 1-2. It goes to 2-1.
So
maybe he's going to use the up miss to help out the curveball. Yep. Rolls it foul. What's he going to go to here? He's tough to figure out because he's got a lot of good weapons. Perfect slider off the curveball. Again, this ball trends right at the corner out of the hand. Right at the corner out of the hand. And then see you later. The way he's been using the cutter, the slider, and the curveball as like a triangle of 3 breaking ball shapes is special. And on top of that, he's flashing a plus changeup. And his fastball velocity is actually better than before he was hurt. So this is not just a good pickup. This could win them. This could win them the AL East. All right, so that was it for Acosta. Wait, no, that was Derek Hill. So let's watch this Maximo Acosta now.
His career, his first home run.
Peter pulled away.
Straightaway center field home
Is this the
run
guy I
to
just
walk
watched?
off in his very first
No, it's not. Cutter, huge hack. I don't know what you're doing. Trying to do too much there. He's going to throw a slider off that all day. All right, now it's a good take, but he's still going to stay away on you. Slider again.
Just tremendous.
They're doing a great job of reading swings, him and Kirk. Slider again. He's not on it. Just to keep executing it. And he does. It's perfect. I mean, all these pitches are like this is Jacob deGrom-esque. All these pitches are bundled. They're literally all bundled like here, 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 here. Like he's just all over this area. A lot of good things happen when you throw your slider right and right in this area. Even if you don't get the miss, you get this guy diving. You get him engaged. And you get such a read. He gets takes, you got pitches coming back. You get action, you go further. If you really feel like he's committed too much to diving, you come in. You can go up. I mean, there's so many things you can do when you can execute these spots. He's putting on a master class in this game. All right, 6th inning. Xavier Edwards. 3rd time through the order.
And only pitch number 80.
So he reaches the 3rd time through the order in his first start back. Goes curveball, so he's trying to switch it up here a little bit. Curveball, curveball. Fixes it on the 1-pitch miss. Actually, really good swing by Edwards. 1-pitch fix again.
The one I remember, and
Perfect changeup down.
A lot of Marlins fans
I don't know why this gets a swing necessarily, because he had nothing to tunnel this with, but this pitch is filth.
One I remember, and I would
See what he
think
gets him with.
That series
He's got to double up on that
winning
changeup.
and losing that could be the difference
And he
in
throws the
series.
identical pitch again. And again, it's all about command. So many times you throw a great one with 2 strikes to get to 2 strikes, and you tell yourself throw a nastier one, you know, and you do some dumb shit like pull it down the middle. But he does it. He throws the exact same pitch
Could be the
again.
difference of the series.
Edwards is toast.
Struck him out on the changeup.
Execution master. All right, he's got 2 outs in the 6th. Jacob Marcy.
with the changeup.
Changeup down, no.
Break to 5 games.
Changeup again. Heavy changeup usage here at the end.
There it
There's
is.
a base hit.
All right, good swing by Marcy. Went the other way.
Gotta talk
First
about
guy who didn't try to do too much. Actually, also one of the first guys that got anything to hit. If you've been paying attention all game, how many good pitches has he given anybody to hit in this game? 3? 4? 3 or 4? I think you can count them on one hand. I mean, this is one of them, but there hasn't been many. So, nice swing there. Gustin Ramirez
Hit it hard in the 3rd as well. Jimenez made a great
pulls
play.
the first
So
slider.
Bieber
I bet you he
got
throws it
20.
again, tries to fix it. Because that's been the theme too. Yep, slider. Let's see if he fixes it. He does. Actually, that was also trending a little bit towards the middle. There might be a little bit of fatigue setting in with the last few pitches. But again, he fixed it on 1 pitch. And if there's one theme that I have from this game, it's the 1-pitch fix. And that was it for him. He threw 6 innings. They already moved on to Fluharty and Rodriguez. So that's it for Shane. But immediate takeaways is the first pitch fixes. The trifecta of the slider, curveball, and cutter. So they all have different movement. The 4-seam had incredible lift, and the changeup was plus. I didn't see a bad offering. So I'm very curious. Because he doesn't have overpowering stuff, but I didn't see a bad offering tonight. Let me see if I can look at his pitch movement from before he got hurt. So first we're going to check the fastball. 17.5 vert in 2024, 17.1 in 2023. I don't know. I don't want the complete leaderboard. I want to see more seasons. This year, 17.6. This 21, 18.5. Okay, that's about where he was, I think, today. 2020, 18.2. So his best ever is 18.5, 18.2 in the Cy Young Award-winning year. See what he had this year. I mean, tonight. He averaged 19. He averaged 19 when his high is 21. So the fastball is arguably better. He averaged 92.7 when his high is 93.7, but he was never really threatened in this game. Gave up the 1 solo shot, so he never had to go to 94, 95, but 92.7. So velocity is the same, if not a tick better. Changeup got better. There was some pitch design here because his changeup averaged -1 vert this year, and year to date it was 6. So previously he was throwing a 4-seam changeup, I believe, and now he's throwing a 2-seam changeup. Hold on. Well, we can confirm that, I think. Got to look at his spin, his movement data. We'll go back to 2024, and we're going to look at the changeup. Changeup had 97% active spin. 97% active spin. 98 in 2023. 98, 99, 95. I would be stunned once he throws 10 changeups. This will show up on the leaderboard for 2025. I'll be stunned if it's not closer to 80%. And that would tell me that he's working on the seam shift or that he switched orientation on the ball. So there's no doubt that he has a better changeup now than he had before. So that's exciting to see because in 2024, the changeup averaged 6 vert. And in this game, he averaged -1 vert. So he's added 7 inches of drop to his changeup. That's a pretty good trick. So I'm going to go ahead and argue that he might be better than before. Let's see what else we got. Slider was outstanding. Got 7 whiffs on 17 swings. right here. 17 whiffs on 17 swings. The velocity on it was up 0.5 mile an hour from before. Spin rate's way up, so that could also be because now he has grip strength because his elbow's not effed up. It's not up enough to be cheating, but up enough to be healthy. And then slider's the same shape. Cutter got more lifty, so the cutter got better. It's got 10 average vert, whereas before it was 7. So he further separated the slider and the cutter on his chart. Yeah, because over here they're pretty bunched. These are the two pitches in the middle, the slider and the cutter. They are distinct even then, but I think he pushed that even a little more distinct, which is great. I'm very excited about Shane Bieber. He did a lot tonight to impress me. Look at the whiffs. He got 1 whiff on fastball, 7 on slider, 2 on curveball, and only 6 swings. 1 on cutter, 4 on changeup, and 6 swings. The addition of this changeup might change everything. It really might. I'm curious really quick, before we wrap this up. I'm curious what his stuff, what Fangraphs stuff has for him. Not Bybee, I need Bieber. Stuff ratings prior to this year on some of these pitches. Actually has a lot of his pitches as below average. Has the changeup as a 79. Once that populates, that's going to be closer to 100. And I don't really care too much about the slider or cutter scores, but the fastball is also going to be a little better. He got some of his vert back. He might be closer to 100. So he's pushed his stuff up. He's maintained his command, at least for the first start. He was outstanding in this game. He really was. Let's see if we can get pitch 3D on Shane. See what that looks like from the home plate view. First, we'll look at his four-seam fastball. Pretty much all over the zone. Lot to the glove side. Couple highs. Couple balls in the middle, but probably all first pitches. Now let's see the cutter. So he's got all these backdoor cutters to the lefties. All these backdoor cutters on the left side to the lefties, and these are probably mostly to the righties. Let's go ahead and look at the slider because the location on the slider was insane. And sure enough, look at that. Look at that. Couple balls down the middle, probably early in the count. Other than that, you can't do it better than that. And then let's look at the curveball. I guess it's going to go for knuckle curve. Knuckle curve. Couple get me overs on the top and everything else below the zone, so that's consistent with what he did before. And then his changeups are all amazing too, all below the zone. 2 in the zone, well, 1 bad one off the corner, and then this one in the zone, but it's a 1-0. He's trying to get back in the count. That was actually a hit. So it's one of the only balls that he gave up the whole night. So really, really good job. He looked fantastic. Let's see what the box score has on him. Final line, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, 9 strikeouts. He was ahead of pretty much everybody. I don't have the process stats on him, but he was ahead of pretty much everybody. And welcome back, Shane Bieber, huh? Welcome back. Huge move for the Blue Jays, so I thought we had to cover that, especially once I saw the line. I was like, man, I got to go see how he did this. Command's there. Stuff's there. Stuff got better. So this is a very exciting day for Blue Jays fans, and I wanted to break down that start by Shane Bieber. So I appreciate everybody hanging with me tonight on coffee and wine. I got my wine here, whatever. And I'm going to go back to bed now, but go see what's up with the Yankees-Red Sox game and the Mets game and all these other games that are coming up. Dodgers, Blue Jays. But I wanted to get this video done. I'm going to post it right now. So thanks for checking this out. I think people are going to enjoy this one. He looked incredible in this game. I hope you guys can comment and let me know what you guys thought. I think this shifts the race a little bit. All right, so have a great night. See you guys.